my name is Pammy Kaul and I am the Creative Brand Ambassador for Schwarzkopf in India. I'm here to share with you some tips and tricks on hair updos. So let's start with it, and I'll go along. As I go along, I will tell you what products we're using and how we use them for a good finished result. Let's start with prepping the hair, which is the most important part in hair updos, which most of us forget. If your prep is good, the outcome of your hairstyle is excellent. I always recommend my clients to shampoo their hair a day before. A day old hair are always much better to work on. And also the most important thing that I would like to add out here is that when you shampoo your hair, the natural oils get stripped. Give it a day for the natural oils to come back, or if you are shampooing it on the same day as you're doing your hair updo. So I would suggest my clients to use Bun Hairstyle oil, which lends back the moisture to the hair and helps in giving that soft, voluminous look to the hair. Yeah, the second step that I recommend to do is to put all the hair up in Velcro rollers or heated rollers when the hair are half moist, and place the head under hood dryer if you wish, or you can leave it to dry on its own also if the client has got time. And now this helps in giving root lift, and which so helps the hair updo, and it also kind of gets the hair working in one direction, which is so easy then to put up. Now the roller set has given me the liberty to handle the hair the way I want, because they're all falling into one direction, and it's given a perfect root lift. Right. So we start off with the hair updo now. The next step would be to do an ear-to-ear sectioning, starting from one end and moving on to the other end. And a clear sectioning is required. The way I put my ponytails up is I don't use a normal elastic, because it corrodes on your cuticles and your cuticles get damaged. So this is the best way to do a ponytail. You just get these elastic bands, which you can find at one of the embroidery shops. Slip a bob pin on one side and the other one on the other. Okay, so this is the way your elastic should look. So the way to pin this is go straight behind your thumb, not in front. Right, behind the thumb. Roll this over as tight as you want it, and bring the bob pin halfway up, halfway out, and then behind the thumb push it in, right? Tighten it. If I want to pull this out, it is so easy for me to do it. All I need to do is take out one grip and it's undone. Yeah. So in the front, I always suggest the brides or the people who come for hair updos that if they are going for all hair back, they must allow me to do 3 sections, because this gives you a better grip on the hair, right? And you get a very nice smooth finish, right? So I always leave this bit in the front. Sorry, this is on a dolly, so you will not get the real, but I can just give you a hint of how it is supposed to be. Yeah, and then I take this bit of hair. I can create my own. Now the way to do back comb is to take the hair right to the roots, right? It's easier to undo the hair if you go doing back combing like this, right? And the way to undo your back combing is so easy with this, right? You can easily take it out. this is the way I normally do the backcombing. Normally if I don't want to use a padding, then I make a padding out of this and I put the hair up, and that's it, the hair are done. I create my own paddings, and which I will show you in a bit. I'm going to teach you how to make your own paddings at home, and which are so much easier, economical, and much better to use than what is available in the market out here. So these are the plaits that you get in the market, and I'm sure each one of us know what it is. So what I suggest to do is to take how big the padding you want to make. If you want a big padding, then you can cut it from here, tie it on one side, and backcomb from the other side, and make a bunch like this, right? All you need to do is fluff it up with your hands so that the padding is softer. I somehow cannot work with what is available, so this is what I learned at the Patrick Cameron school. And then I take a net, how big I want the padding to be, and stuff it in. I just want to cover the front. Now I'm using an invisible pin for this. Just take it out and hold it in from one side, and then push it into the other. Just take one or two and your padding is ready. You can make them before, keep them in your kits, your hair kits. This is the most beautiful thing to add to your hair kits. Press all these in, so you have your padding absolutely soft, beautiful, and the pins can easily get into them. You don't have to struggle to push the pins in, right? So after the sectioning, what you need to do is just backcomb this lightly, very lightly, so that the padding can hold, and take another section and make the padding sit in between this area. I always make sure that when I put the pins, right, it pulls the net out and then gets into the skin, right? It gives complete strength to the padding to sit on the head for longer hours, and just 4 pins are more than enough, because this is, especially if you're a bride, you have to wear the dupatta for the entire day. And this is how it sits, very, very beautifully. And now this is where I would use my hero product, Osis. This is beautiful, sits very beautifully on the hair and doesn't give that build up or that. Just spray lightly. Also, one more thing, when you're spraying, you have to keep it away from the hair, and spray very gently, and then comb it. Also, like you open the socks, make sure you work on the padding this way, right? Very, very gently. This bit I always leave to give that finished look, right? You have to be very gentle with this part. Ask your client to close their eyes at this minute. Make sure the hair sit neatly. So after holding the section, make sure you twist this bit a little so that it comes out neater and the balance is perfect on both the sides. So neatly comb the hair and make it sit where you have made the first pinning. Make sure you hold the hair properly in one place, cross it. Do the same to the other section. So if you see, as hairdressers, it's very important to check on the balance. Every time you do a hair updo, you see both the sections are sitting neatly, and you have a better grip on hair now. After doing this section, I'm going to put this up. I take a bunch of hair out from the ponytail, and I love this when I'm working with the ponytails. This is Flex Wax from Oasis. It works brilliantly, especially when I want to mold the hair, right? So I'll just work on this a bit because I want the hair to sit on one place. This area is not going to be visible, but still I'll make sure that I put 2 pins. Right? Yeah, so this is a normal plait, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to backcomb it and make a big puff out of this so that it sits out here, and I cover the hair with that. So I'm going to show you how to create a puff. So what you do is you just backcomb it, yeah, like this, and go down. So this is how I have backcombed the plait. So the way you do it is you hold it upside down and start and go right till the end, and whatever these little tails are left, just push them down, yeah, for that round look, right? The more strong you want the padding to be, right, make sure you keep on fluffing it down, right? Fluff it up with your hand so that it doesn't give a very heavy look. And once you've done it, if you really want the padding to be stiff, then what you need to do is dust it, yeah, and it'll hold the padding for a long time together. Work it into the hair like this. Remember, as I always say, that hairdressing is all about balance. Whether you're cutting or you're doing a hair updo, or coloring, it's all about balance. So this creates a beautiful puff for me to put in my client's hair, right? So this is my padding, which is ready to sit on the pony, and this is Oasis Stronghold. I really like it, especially when you're working with puffs and all. Gives a very good feel. And if you really want a finished look, just kind of spray it and let it sit for a while out there. This bit, this triangle, it will make it easier for your pins to go in. Yeah. So make sure you take this one along into the hair, right? Take a bob pin, make sure it doesn't get into the scalp of the client. So once you make the padding sit properly on the head, don't put too many pins. You don't need too many pins. Just need to secure the puff. Checking for the balance. Yeah. So dividing the leftover hair into 2 parts, yeah, just lightly spray the hair, and make sure when you have to cover the bun, secure the ponytail with the U-pin. So this is the leftover section of your front hair, which is going to sit on the puff. Right, so what I'm going to do is lightly comb it and make a neat section, complete neat sections out of this, and make it sit. How I'm now finishing it. So this is the front part and these are the two sides, and if you see, there is a neat section out here. The entire and the hair updo looks like this. You could place an accessory over this, right? And yeah, so I'm gonna finish with the sparkler finish, which is the light hold. As I said in the beginning, that I learned this mantra long back when I stepped into the hairdressing world from my guru Patrick Cameron, that too much of products ruins the movement of the hair, ruins the softness, and it's much better to go low and then build up on your products on the hair. Always start with light products and then do the build up. Always protect your client's face with your hand when you are spraying. Yeah. And when you're spraying, make sure you go all over with